Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette. And joining me now are Dr. Mike Litow and Scott Marple of the Education Center. So welcome.
Thank you for having us.
We're excited to have you here. It's always nice. I know fall is here when the Education Center is joining us. Mike, we're going to start with you. Teaching kids how to be successful in life and in school. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, that's our mission. It's always been our mission. We expect kids to take ownership and responsibility not only for their academic performance, but in life. Now, some people have basketball coaches and football coaches. We talk about life. And in order for them to be successful, we give them the skills, the self-confidence, and motivation to attain that success.
Now, you've been around for how long, Mike?
About 40 years.
Yeah, it's a long time. And you've had a lot of successes with that. And one of the things I know you put in your curricula is that whole concept of life coaching.
Right.
Explain that a little bit as it relates to the Education Center.
Well, we look upon it as a unique form of counseling where our students gain self-confidence, independence, personal accountability, as well as life skills.
Wonderful. Scott, how did you get engaged with the Education Center?
We moved here in about 2003 from Ohio, and our third son was struggling in school. And fortunately for us, his counselor advisor suggested that we contact Mike, and we did, and he helped Jonathan immensely.
And describe a little bit about that experience.
Mike took my wife Carolyn and I in his office, explained what he just discussed with you about his program. We thought it was outstanding and chose to put Jonathan in it, and as I said, it was greatly beneficial.
Okay. Now, you were involved, I know, a lot. How is the whole parent involvement piece such a crucial part of that success program?
It's like anything else. You need to be involved with your children. You need to help them with their homework. If they're athletes, you need to play catch. If they're involved with Mike at the Education Center, you need to reinforce what Mike is teaching them and also reinforce what the teachers are doing at school as well.
Sure. Now, as your son Jonathan went through it, did you find, were there struggles? Was it easy? Was it hard?
It's always been very hard for Jonathan. He has ADD and a small learning disability, and Mike was able to help him get through. I would say essentially he is one of the singular reasons that Jonathan made it through high school.
That's wonderful. What a great testament, and I'm sure you feel good about that, Mike. I know.
I do.
Yeah. Now, you are very good about getting businesses involved with working with students and engage with students. So explain to us a little bit about how you get the students involved with businesses and employers.
Well, we always ask the students, what are their interests, what are their passions, and if they're interested in something, we try to find someone in the community that they can meet and talk to about their career or profession. And people in the Rotaries, the Chamber of Commerce, and other people have been very kind in talking to our students about what they do, their career, how they got to do it, talking about developing goals and strategies how to achieve those goals. Some of them have shadowed some of these people, and we've had an opportunity for some of them who are 16 and older to get part-time jobs and internships.
That's great. So I would imagine that those hands-on experiences also give the kids a sense of what might be to come, and so why it's so important to kind of dig in now?
Well, I think we always talk about look ahead and prepare or look back and regret. So we're talking to people who are doing what they have an interest in. They may not necessarily do it,
right,
but they learn more about it, and it's really a motivational piece. And the people they talk to just don't talk about what they do, they talk about life, where they started and how they got to be where they are today.
I would think that would also be interesting for the businesses. Do you find that you get a lot of feedback from them as well?
Oh, they love it. We've just get compliments for some of the students that we've put in there, and many of them, again, have had summer jobs as opposed to working the traditional teenage jobs. They're working in architectural firms and graphic arts firms, in banks, restaurants. It's been a crucial piece of our program, the mentoring piece.
Yeah, and it's so important, I think, particularly in today's times, that whole concept of a mentor, a coach, in whatever form it comes, is really important for our kids.
The relationship with an adult is extremely important.
Yeah.
That relationship, someone you can talk to, someone who'll listen to you, won't be judgmental, and will guide you.
Yeah, and I think people, I've often heard it said, and Mike, tell me if I'm right on this, that you need to have at least 3 to 4 meaningful adult relationships in your life that aren't necessarily part of your family.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You could say a relationship with an adult is as important as location is to real estate.
Okay, nicely said, I like that. Scott, talk a little bit, because obviously you went through the experience with your son Jonathan, and now you're on the board of directors. So talk a little bit about that transition from you, from client to now on the board.
Well, Mike has become a very good friend of ours, and when he asked me to be on the board, I was very enthusiastic, because it's very important to what we've all been saying here, to help our children grow, to give them an opportunity to be successful, and working with Mike allows them to do that.
Now, what would you tell, obviously you transferred, so you were looking for resources. What would you tell other parents and other students about the services provided at the Education Center?
The Education Center is going to help you.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Mike is a great mentor. He understands young people. He holds them accountable, as he mentioned, and he's also very good at helping them get their work and studies completed. But he, as I said, holds them accountable, and therefore he's not doing it for them. He's helping them get it done.
And I would imagine he also holds the parents accountable. Would you say that's true?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And as we talked about earlier, it's very important that you're involved with your children.
Yeah, yeah. So, Mike, you've got your annual Kids Best Friend dinner coming up. That's always a wonderful evening, a super big fundraiser for you. I know it's happening on October 20th. So give us a little bit of the details and tell us who you're honoring this year.
Well, it's going to be at the Litow Hilton on October 20th. And we have just a fantastic group of recipients this year. As always, our Kids Best Friend Award is going to be given to Tom Carroll. And our
wonderful choice. Wonderful choice.
And our George and Pat Pradle Humanitarian Award is going to be presented to Tom O'Donnell and his wife, Catherine. And we also wanted to acknowledge the Rotary Club of Naperville, the Rotary Club of Naperville Sunrise, as well as the Rotary Club Downtown. These people are true heroes, and they deserve recognition. They do so many wonderful things on behalf of Naperville, the country, and the world, and they deserve to be recognized.
Yeah, you've got incredible taste always in who you select. Rotary, Service Above Self, Tom Carroll, just an awesome individual, and Tom and Kathleen O'Donnell, terrific people. So we wish you all the best with that dinner. We thank you for coming by, and we look forward to hearing more from you. If you would like to learn more about the Education Center or to purchase tickets to the upcoming Kids Best Friend benefit, please visit their website. We're going to take a quick break for a few short messages, but don't go away. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.